Hello, everybody. Hello, Sarah. Today we are going to work with your sweetie girl,
Mhm.
Olive, and do a short animal communication session. So, thank you so much to both of you for being here. I think Olive is snoring. Could we just briefly see her face just to say hi to everybody? Hi, Olive. Look at you. Look at you. Thank you. Thank you. And then she can just continue to snooze along. So, Sarah, you and I have worked together before, and we've also done some Reiki for Olive. What
Mhm.
would you like to explore today? What is a question or an overall theme that you would like to explore today?
I think I'd like to explore talking about her nervous system and how she still seems a little bit to be experiencing some anxiety and just overall well-being, but specifically maybe the nervousness that she's having.
Yeah, very good. Very good. So let's get started, and then I see what I get. I'm taking notes, right? And
Hmm.
for those of you who don't know my work, I have a special method that I'm using, and Sarah has done this with me once before, where I will ask you, Sarah, to place your hand on areas of Olive's body. It's like my psychic camera. And then
Hmm.
I will take notes and I give you a report. Does that sound good?
Yes.
And we only do what Olive tolerates. If she gets wiggly, we don't do it. We do it remotely. Yeah, remotely means we don't use your hand. Okay. So for starters, I would like you to place your hand on the top of Olive's head for me, please. Ah, okay. Okay. I'm already getting. Yeah. And she is home alone when you're working?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yes. She does have we have a pet sitter or a pet walker that comes in the middle of the day and she goes out with her.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, second thing I'd like you to do is place one of your fingers, and it doesn't matter which one, on Olive's forehead for me. Okay. Is she still on medications from her surgery? She had a little surgery.
She is on no pain medicine or the gabapentin. She's on some new Chinese herbals and things like that, but no medication.
Okay. And that is still pertaining to the intervention that she had, the surgical procedure, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Good. Next thing I'd like you to do is place a few fingers like on the sides of her neck for me. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So that's where I check the lymph nodes like a psychic surgeon. Feels really good. Next thing I'd like you to do is please place your hand on Olive's chest for me. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah. And your husband also works away from home, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured, but I wanted to make sure. Okay. And next thing I'd like you to do is slide your hand to the upper part of her tummy. Want to feel as much or for a few fingers. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's good. And then to the main part of her abdomen.
Am I too low or is that good?
No, 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 it's good. It's good. I still feel the scar tissue there, from where they took the little growth off. Okay. And her poop looks normal. It feels good to me, what I sense there, digestive wise.
Yes.
Yeah.
She typically has normal.
Yeah, it feels right now, at least after today, what she had to eat today, it feels really good. Let's go back to the top of her head for me, please. Hmm. Yeah. And then let's go back to the chest. Hmm. Yeah, I'm almost done here. I just need to spend just a moment here. Okay, Great. Okay. I have a little, yes. Okay. 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 Great, great, great. All right. So, overall, I'm really pleased with how she feels. And I got some information about um, her emotional display. So right now, she didn't show me a lot of nervousness. So whatever, and it might be also that she's very relaxed right now, but I didn't pick up on that is a strong theme for her right now. I
Okay.
have a feeling since after we first met, it has actually mellowed or evened out, balanced out a whole lot more.
Okay.
I mean, you reported, when we corresponded, you told me about a few episodes where she got startled, but overall, I feel it is fairly balanced. So I didn't go like, oh, there is that going on where we are really nervous. And I picked up on some other things. And previously, when we talked, you asked me a question about why is she so subdued after she has breakfast? And I
Mm-hmm.
think I have some information about that. So first of all, I need to look at my notes here with my glasses. So the main thing is that she anticipates that you're leaving in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, we all got day jobs, right? But what is happening for her is so there are these long stretches where you are not working, where she has you. And
Yes.
then there is like the cutoff where you go back, you leave early in the morning, you come back later in the day. And she is basically previewing your departure.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go as far as to say she is like sad, but she is a little worried. And she's also worried about you doing well. And I have some ideas about what to do. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just what they do, and Olive is a little empath, and you're an empath and you don't want to leave her and you have to leave her. You like your work and you would also like to be with her, all of that.
Yeah.
So, and I just have a feeling that she has this program, which, she knows the sequence of the day. After breakfast, mom is going to work and dad is going to work too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we go like, right? So
Yeah.
don't feel bad. It is just something we want to note and acknowledge also. So I have found in my work with animals, when I can just acknowledge, oh, this is how you feel, it takes the edge off and the tension. Oh, I should do something different, or, or whatever it might be, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have an idea. You disclosed to me that you are working with children. Is that correct? Still.
Yes, I work with high school kids.
Okay, perfect. Because they might also be willing to participate a little bit. So
Okay.
what I would like you to consider is you might do this already, but take something of Olive's with you to school, right?
Okay.
And just you might be the cool teacher who has a framed photo of Olive on her desk, and I bet you a lot of your students have dogs and cats too. Or
Mm-hmm.
you just take something of Olive with you and just also disclose it to your students. We're really cool as teenagers, but we're also thinking, oh, she loves her dog, so she brings something from her dog to school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And bring something from your students home. And it doesn't mean they have to do or make something for Olive, but maybe you have certain things on your teacher's desk or something, or you can talk to some of your students and say, hey, what would you do for your dog if your dog feels alone? And
Mm-hmm.
maybe they have an idea, right? Or you can take a photo if you have consent, bring it home and say, hey, Olive, my students say hi. That sounds
Uh,
kind of cute, but that's an energetic signature where you really take her with you and
mm-hmm.
you bring them to her. Because
Okay.
if Olive could, she would be the school mascot, but I don't think that's allowed. Oh, she would,
Yeah.
right? And this is often the conundrum that we experience when we have to separate from our animals. We go to work or we go away for the weekend and they can't come or whatever it is. We often unconsciously cut ourselves off. Sometimes it's just we're busy or it's too painful to go like, I don't want to leave you here and I can't take you, right?
Yeah.
And if you very consciously, it could be a little picture that you're framed, and say to yourself, hey, this is Olive, my sidekick, right?
Hmm.
Or whatever it is. And then bring something also that smells like the room where you're in,
Okay.
and bring it home and talk to her. Talk to her about this. And for those of you who are listening to this, they are not humans. She will not go like, oh, you have high school students. She will feel the energetic connection,
Okay. It's
right?
just like her being part of my world, even though she's not with me.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. And tell her where you're going. Tell
Hmm.
her the names of your favorite students. They don't need to know that they're the favorites or the
Yeah.
other aren't. But really energetically include her, you
Okay.
know? Because say something is going on and you're later at work, you text your husband and say, hey, honey, I'll be home later, or can you pick up the groceries or whatever it might be. You can't do that with Olive. But energetically, you can say, I will take you with me. You will be part of my day
Hmm.
energetically. And then your students will be part of her day so that she knows they are connected to her. She is connected to them. And,
Okay.
we don't need to disclose to everybody the fine layers of esoteric connections, but I used to work with children, and it made them very happy when they learned about my animals. And when I worked with younger kids, but they were super happy when they learned
Yeah.
about it. So does that resonate as a
Yeah.
concept?
Definitely. Now, the thing that I bring, I have like different aprons that I wear. Is it something that she would want to have around all the time, or just to like just bring home and she can kind of sniff it,
Yeah.
or do I have to keep it like out?
See what she shows you.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't, you mean you have to have it out when you're not home? Is that your question?
Yeah.
Um, I would play with that. I would play with that. There are situations when people travel where I say, wear a nightgown or a nightshirt or t-shirt really, really longer than you would so that it is saturated with your scent and put
Yeah.
it in a dog bed.
Okay.
And you will know when you come home, is it still where you put it? I think that wouldn't hurt so that she has a piece of you there while you're at
Mhm.
school and vice
Okay.
versa.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think the world needs to hear more about Olive because she is so awesome, as
Yeah.
the world in where you work. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
So, and then we are trying to create an energetic resonance with what we're doing
Yeah.
so that nobody feels cut off from the other part of someone's life. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. I would say, overall, there is still like a demeanor or a little bit low energy. So I would say her vitality is not 100%. She also had a medical intervention, not a red flag, just a report where I go like, are you in peak shape to romp around like crazy? No, her body is actually still processing things.
Hmm.
And that's not a bad thing. I mean, when we look at like, I have a cold, it takes me 10 days to get over it, right? And then the cold is gone, and afterwards, I'm still a little bit tired. So my body is back to oomph.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Um, and also in the heart area, I felt like more worry than anxiety, just a little worried. What's going on? Where is she? What's happening? And that is easy to bridge because you guys are so bonded.
Hmm.
And also just tell her, I'm getting up early now, I'm getting ready for school, and I will stay connected with you. I take something of you with me, and then I bring you a treasure, like if it's an apron or whatever, I bring that home. Yeah.
Hmm.
So the abdomen feels really, really great. As in, I always check also like how does digestion feel? That feels great. I have a feeling she is digesting her food well, which is what we like.
Yeah, because we switched from the turkey and sardine to just the turkey,
Okay,
and lightly cooked instead of the full raw.
right. And does that work better for her?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Especially when we recuperate, that is not a bad thing, at least in my house, where we keep it a little bit more gentle,
Mm-hmm.
right, in terms of dietary preferences. Let me just see here. Um, is she getting any kind of B12 vitamins or injections or anything?
No.
Okay, you might ask your vet about that.
Okay.
As in, that can sometimes, I'm not a veterinarian. I'm just speaking as a vet mom, as a pet mom, not as a vet mom. That would be funny. That sometimes when mine are a little bit subdued because they are overcoming something and they get a little extra B12, that can help them. I take B12 also. So that's just a question.
Okay.
But I think the main thing is how can you bridge the separation and make her go like, okay, I know she is physically gone, but energetically, we are not separating. Because she
Mhm.
is actually, she knows the moment you start your morning, what's happening. She knows exactly. I mean, she knows the routine and she then also anticipates things. And the other
Mhm.
thing that you could do, and you might do it already, is while you're gone, play some soothing music for her. Right?
Okay.
Something like binaural beats. There is music especially designed for dogs, also called through a dog's ear. If you have an Alexa at home, Alexa knows it.
Yeah, we don't, but
I
our
don't,
TV will
I,
like after so long our TV stops. So I've got to figure out how to play that.
I know that I have a little laptop, and there are YouTube tracks that are 7, 8 hours long.
Oh, we do
Eh,
have
Huh?
an iPad that we could play.
Yeah. See how that is, and then it is battery preserving, but there are these tracks like forever and ever long. So, and then you can see is that harmonizing for her so that
Okay.
or nature sounds or something. But look for YouTube tracks that are many hours long, not just an hour, and then nobody's home.
Okay.
And just see how that feels. Doesn't have to be loud, just a little bit of background sound that is soothing and harmonizing, and see how she is when you come home. You know,
Okay. Yeah. Because even though it was the weekend yesterday and today, just the today I thought, why does she seem sad? We're here, but I don't know. She just is anticipating.
I don't know that she's anticipating all weekend long.
Mm.
They are not as much living into the future as you and I might do. But the moment the morning routine starts, she knows what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say what I picked up on this weekend, because we are recording this on a weekend, is that she is a little low energy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I didn't get an alarm like, oh, just a little low energy. My feeling is it is still like the recovery, like she's at the tail end of the recovery from what she experienced at the vet office, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so my feeling is that this subdued energy, if you and I would do that, we would look depressed, and she is just preserving energy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. And sometimes, I just sent out a newsletter. My animals are really sensitive to any atmospheric changes if the weather changes slightly, one of my dogs in particular. And
Mm-hmm.
also with these intense um, earth energies, I see my animals, they behave differently. They are not more subdued. One is more restless, so it's really, really interesting. And there are such strong energies circulating on the earth right now,
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if that affects her. And we have all different ways of expressing it.
Mm-hmm.
So does that resonate in any way?
Yes, it does. I
Okay.
kind of forgot about the the moon. Yeah.
And if there was any weather change in your region, my dog would react to it. I don't know about Olive, but I think she's also a very sensitive girl,
Yeah.
right? And she feels peaceful to me. So I felt more like if I were to give it a name, is a little bit of worry, but that is because she knows you go to work, but not all weekend long while
Yeah.
you're home. She also, animals are masters at preserving energy when they don't have a lot to expend. You and I, not so much as
Yeah.
humans. We still work because we have to, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So does that resonate what I'm trying to say
Yes.
here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is just a short snippet of
Hmm.
something that we could explore much longer, but we wanted to kind of do one thing here. Is this helpful what we just
Yeah, this is definitely helpful because you know, what you've explained is different than what I was thinking. So hearing your thoughts and your findings, it's very helpful.
awesome. Awesome. Then I would say let's close out this session for now. Thank
Hmm.
you so, so much for participating. And thank
Thank
you,
you.
Olive, for being part of this. This is super duper awesome. There she is again. Hi,
Mhm.
Olive. And until next